So, hi guys. I don't know if you know that this month of June is normally the month of men's mental health, and it does not go unnoticed how we hardly talk about men's mental health. We don't talk about men's mental health a lot. And just the other day, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, right? And I had found this friend of mine like roasting their thoughts. It's a guy. I had found them so lost in their thoughts, and I was like, I wonder what that person is processing. But then, like, I didn't take the step of going to ask that person, what are you processing? So, sometime later is when we have a conversation, and I was like, there was a time I found you so lost in your thoughts, and I was like, why are you thinking that hard? And for me, he told me what he was processing, but then it left me wondering, like, how many men suffer in silence. And we as women, sometimes we are not quick enough to like ask that person, okay, can you share with me what is bothering you? Like, I don't understand why at the time I was not quick enough to ask this person, what is it that you're going through? I can see you're lost in your thoughts, but can you share with me? I don't know why I didn't do that, but it also made me so aware of how we as women and as a society, we are oblivious of how men suffer. And it's needless to say that men suffer silently, because like that guy was alone by himself. If it was me going through a crisis, I would be there with my colleague. I would have already told my male colleagues and my female colleagues and my brother at home and my sister and my mother. I would have already talked about what I'm processing. But then for men, most of the time, they take time to even articulate what they are processing. And even when they articulate, sometimes we can be dismissive because, we are brought up in a society where we are told that men have to hold it together. Like, you cannot talk, like, hold it together, you cannot cry. And even men themselves, they believe that. They believe that I don't need to show emotion. I don't need to, like, break down. Let me tell you something. When it comes to grief and mental things and mental wellness and mental health issues, it's not a matter of weakness. It's a matter of what you're processing up here. And those things don't have gender, because everybody has a brain and has a mind. And so when these crises come, they don't discriminate. They don't want to know whether you're built up strong or weak or all these things. No, it does not. It doesn't even discriminate how you're raised, in what society or what culture or what race or what social standing you are in. you know I would like us to be sensitive of like approaching issues that affect men, because men for the longest time were put in a position where they were so much higher up there in the social settings. But then in recent times we have come to realize even men do suffer, even men do struggle, even men do have moments of weakness, and moments where they are like they need help and they need somebody to talk to. And if you know somebody who is a man and is in your corner or in your circle, I now am making a conscious decision of asking somebody, like, how are you doing? What are you processing? What is it that you need to speak your mind about? Because the issue of men's mental health is something that has never been really taken seriously. So it really got me conscious of like, now I want to understand what a man processes. I might not be able to like understand it fully, or it might not even make sense to me. But then now I'm coming from a place of curiosity. Like, if I see a man seated in their thoughts, I want to be like, okay, what are you processing? Like, can you tell me what is going through your mind? And in this season of like mental health, men's mental health wellness, I think we need to really bring up issues that affect men mentally, and even men who are watching me. You need to like start also speaking up for yourselves. Like, you don't have to be strong. Society has always taught you to be strong. Don't cry, don't break, don't do this, be in a certain way. Even when you're struggling, don't even shed a tear. I think it's about time we start embracing that it's natural for human beings, especially because we are made as social creatures. That is, it's natural to have those moments of crisis, and the only difference, or rather the only triumph that can come out of these whole situations, is like, how do you come out on the other side? Like, after the crisis, how do you come up on the other side? So it's already too late, but it's better late than never, because the month is almost done. But I still feel like we can still talk about men's mental health, before the month ends. And even after the month ends, it's still okay to talk about men's mental health, because so many men are dying silently. So many men are dying silently. And actually, more men than women commit suicide. Even even statistics of developing worlds, the developed world or the developed countries, most men than women commit suicide. Why? Because of these silent battles. Men hardly talk about their issues, so they are prone to like taking their own lives. And I think that is very alarming. If at all the developed world, the suicidal rates among men and women are such high, can you imagine now in a developing country like Kenya, or like, East Africa? I mean, it's getting serious. And I think it's time we start addressing, even as black community societies and as African societies, we need to start bringing men mental health issues on the table, and stop seeing a man who is opening up on their issues and their struggles as a weak man. That is not weakness. Every time somebody is coming out to say how they feel, is not a sign of weakness, but is a sign of strength, because they are able to actually accept to themselves, and even to a point of saying it, that, hey, I need help. Nobody wants to like go around, talking about their issues and their struggles. So it takes strength for somebody to say, I need help. And let's listen to our men, and let's be very sensitive on things that they go through and they process, even as we are also taking care of ourselves as women in the society. So, yeah, thanks for watching.